Hey everybody, welcome. It's Timmy here. I am so super excited to be with you here today. It feels like it has been just a really long time since I was been able to chalk and to do a project with you live. So I hope that you have an opportunity to join me, and I am going to be sharing our You Are Enough transfer, and this is part of our new creative Kickstart Kit that we're making available only to customers on our websites. And so if you saw my link in this live, that's where you can go to order it, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. In the meantime, let me just make sure that everyone has had a chance to join me here live, and I'm going to just share this for a moment. So if you give me a sec, I'll make sure there's no background noise, which great. So we definitely seem to be live, which is great. I'm going to just go ahead and share this to my VIP group. Now, as I'm doing that, I do want to tell you that if you are not yet a member of my customer VIP group, I would definitely encourage you to do so. The reason is that I have some great specials going on right now, and there's an excellent special here too for this You Are Enough kit, creative Kickstarter kit that we're now selling on our websites. So you don't want to miss out on that. So please feel free to go ahead and do that. If you're not a member, just go ahead in the comment section and just comment VIP, and that will get you in. I can message you if I need to. Otherwise, I'll just send you an invite, and you can respond that way. Let's see, what else do I need to do here before we dive in and get started? I have shared this off to my VIP group. I've told you about my VIP group. That's great. I want to make sure that I can see your comments. So if you are here with me today, please be sure to say hello, send me a note. I do have my iPad here set up, so I should be able to see your comments and be able to say hi and chat with you along the way. So one of the great things about doing a live is that not only do I get to show you some cool projects and how you put some stuff together, but I also have an opportunity to interact with you a little bit. So if you're here, say hi. I would love to chat with you. Let's make sure that we can see those comments. I see my ability to write comments. Let's make sure I can see. Oh, we don't want to put the comments on. All right, awesome, great. All right, so if you are here and you're watching, definitely feel free to go ahead and just shoot me a hello or send me some hearts so I know that you're with me and you can hear me okay. I think, oh, Amy, thanks. Oh, I always love it when I know that things are working the way they're supposed to. Okay, so for those of you who I have not had an opportunity to meet yet, or if you're watching this on replay and we haven't had a chance to meet, my name is Timmy, and I am a chalk couture designer. What does that mean? Well, it sounds kind of like a fancy term, but really what it is I'm a lover of crafts, and I found this incredible company almost a year ago now called Chalk Couture that sells these fabulous products that makes crafting easy. It makes me look like a rock star, no lie, and I do not have any special artistic talent, let me tell you. I have been creating some really fun projects, and I've been holding classes at my house and introducing other people to Chalk Couture and this new craft, and I am just thrilled that we've been able to play and have some fun together utilizing these great products. So as I mentioned, today what we're working on is a product using the You Are Enough transfer. Now this is a very special transfer, and that's because it's not available in our catalogs. The only place where you can order it is online from my website. But better yet, not only do you get this great transfer, but you also get 4 chalk paste singles, 3 colors that are totally exclusive just to this kit, a hexagon board. Again, you can't get it anywhere else other than part of that kit. and you also get a little squeegee and complete instructions about how to do this project. Now I noticed that Cindy's on with us, which I'm super excited because Cindy was one of the first people to go onto my website and order this Creative Kickstart Kit when it first came out on December, I think, 17th. And it's already been delivered to her, and today she actually posted a picture of her project in my VIP group. So if you're not a member of the VIP group, definitely check it out, if only just to see the great work that Cindy did. Cindy's been to a couple of my classes, and she has just really enjoyed it, I think, a lot, and I was so excited that she took advantage of this great Creative Kickstart Kit. Now, as a designer, we actually don't have access to this kit. It is only just for our customers. We wanted a great way to say, here is everything you need to complete a project, and go for it and have fun. And we don't want designers to buy it all up and not make it available for customers, so it's totally available just to you. Now, as a designer, we do get the transfer. And each month, actually, as a designer, we get a brand new transfer of the month, and this is going to be the transfer of the month that will become publicly available to our customers, just as the transfer itself outside of the kit on February 1st. But we get it a little bit of ahead of time, so we get to play around with it a bit. So I'm really excited because this means I also get a chance to try it out and to show you a little bit about how easy it is to chalk using our silkscreen adhesive back transfers and our chalk paste. So without further ado, let's go ahead, and I'm going to just stand up here a sec and move this down so that we can see the project, and we'll work on that together. So let me just, I got to twist here my fancy stand here to make sure you can get a good view, and I think that should do it. Excellent. Just give that a little twist and make sure that you're getting everything you need to see on what we're going to be working on. All right, I think we're in pretty good shape here for a sec. If I need to move my project up, get my mouse out of the way, we can do that. All right, so now this is not the full kit, obviously. All we're working on today is the transfer, and I'm actually going to be using one of our retired surfaces that we have. This is no longer available online, but I do have a couple, so if you're really interested in this board, just let me know. What's really great is that it's a magnetic board, and it's two-sided, and that means you can chalk on either side or both sides if you want. You could have a saying on one side and a different saying on the other. But today we're just going to worry about one saying. The other thing that obviously we need here is our transfer. Now, if you're brand new to Couture and have never heard what Couture is or how it works, is these are adhesive back silkscreen transfers. And when you get your transfer, it's going to be on this backer sheet, and you want to keep this backer sheet because it's going to make sure that when you're done utilizing this transfer and you've washed it off, that you'll have a place to store it to keep it safe. Why do you want to do that? Well, because you can get about 8 to 10 uses out of this single transfer. So if you take good care of it and really just wash it off with water is all it takes, then and dry it, then it's going to just stick right back to this adhesive back transfer, and it's going to be ready for you to use again and again. Now, one of the things I have to say that I just loved that Cindy's comment that she put on my site when she posted a picture of this project is that one of the things that she really loves about the chalk is that if you make a mistake, you can just wash it up and fix it. And guaranteed, I'm sure, to make a mistake or two along the way tonight. Don't be surprised. And we'll be able to demonstrate how you can make any corrections that you need to. The other thing that I want to tell you is if you decide that you are interested in getting this whole kit, this bundle of everything that you need, you'll get the hexagon board, which you'll see pictured on the site. You'll get this transfer, and you'll also get 4 chalk paste singles. Now, Couture came out with these great little single packs that actually hold quite a bit of chalk paste, and not only will it be enough to do this project once, but probably a couple of times. But what's even really more exciting is that the chalk paste colors that you're going to get in this kit are 3 brand new colors that are only available in this kit, and white. So the 3 colors are Chartreuse, Mint Condition, and Turquoise Oasis. So beautiful colors, and I think this is going to look really nice with this transfer. As I said, unfortunately, as a designer, we don't get the privilege of getting the kit, so we don't have those chalk paste singles that are in those exclusive colors. So we're going to be using some different colors tonight, and I'm hoping that maybe you'll be able to help me decide which ones are best while we're working today. So if you have a comment about that, be sure to let me know, because I would love your input. Okay, so we have our surface, we have our silk screen transfer that's adhesive back, and then we have some chalk paste. Now I have a couple of different colors. I've already taken a few minutes to open them and give them a stir. When you first get a chalk paste container from us, if it's not the single, but you buy the 3-ounce container like this, what you want to do is open it up. You'll see it has a seal. Remove the seal and then give it a really good stir. It may be a little thick when you first open it, or maybe even you'll find that it's been separated a little. That's very normal. You may even find that some of the colors separated. Again, very normal. Every color has some different pigments that are used, and so you usually want to give it a good stir to make sure that it is the consistency really of yogurt. If it needs a little bit of water, feel free to add it. Our pastes are water soluble. They are going to go on wet and they're going to dry hard. So you won't have to worry about it coming off or rubbing off when you finish your project. Some people do ask me if they can seal their project to make it permanent, and you absolutely can. If you would like to do that, then all you need to do is get some kind of acrylic spray, like a Krylon or something like that, and spray your project, and that will make it permanent. It will seal it. Now the other thing, just to throw another little fun fact in, is that we also do sell inks in addition to our chalk paste. And our inks come in lots of different colors. This is actually one of the colors that we have available, called Bumblebee. And you can see it looks pretty similar. The difference is, of course, that the cover here is white, so we can differentiate our chalks from our inks. It also does say ink right here instead of paste. And the consistency is a bit different. So you'll see when we open it up, it's really silky and smooth. And the inks are really great when you want a permanent surface, when you want permanent designs on fabrics or ceramics or that kind of thing. Something that you can take and heat seal, that would be great. All right, so that's a little bit about our products. The only other thing that you're going to need is one of these guys, and this does come included with the kit as well. I also have my multi-tool here because I find that this is a really handy tool to have when we're doing some of this smaller design work. Of course, a handy pair of scissors is always good. And then the other two things I have next to me that you can't quite see is I have a towel here and I have a water bath. I just have a pan of water, and the reason why I have a pan of water nearby is that it's going to give me a place to be able to put my transfers into soak until I'm ready to clean them. So that's it. That's all you need for a project. And let me just say that although we are working on a chalk couture board, even though this happens to be a retired board, you can pretty much chalk on any surface that you'd like. So whether you want to chalk on glass or wood or painted furniture or walls, anything is a go when you're using our chalk paste and our transfers. The only thing you want to be a little cognizant of, I guess is a good word, is that if you're using this on wood, just make sure that you give that wood surface a little bit of a light waxing before you put the transfer down on it. And the reason for that is, as I mentioned, these are adhesive back transfers, and you want to make sure that you don't have all your slivers and wood stuff stuck to the back, because that will decrease how much value you're going to get out of this transfer. So, okay, so as we see, we have this transfer, and notice that there are some lines here. These are actually cut lines, and the reason that we do that is that so you know where to cut out these so that we have separate pieces to work with. So we're going to start by just cutting our transfer along these cut lines, and then we're going to get to work. Now, all this talking, believe it or not, this project will probably take us about 10 minutes from start to finish. So that's the other thing that I really love about working with Chalk Couture, is that it really is super quick and easy. I see we have a few more friends that have joined us. Trish, it's so nice to see you, and Sue, lovely to have you. I hope you both have had fabulous holidays so far. Lots of fun stuff still to come with the New Year's right a few days away, right? 4 days left here until New Year's. So I hope you're all having lots of fun plans and celebrations for the holidays. Okay, so one of the things that you can do if you'd like is just write on the back of your transfers with a Sharpie if you have one available, and I think I don't have one handy, so I'm not going to do that at the moment. But if you write on the back, then when you go to put your transfer back, you'll know which side is the side to adhere your transfer to. If you, like me, don't have a Sharpie nearby, basically it's the glossy side is where you want to put your transfer back onto. Now, before we actually adhere our transfer to our surface, I am just going to put it on my cloth here and fuzz it a little. So if you're new to Chalk Couture and you're thinking, what is fuzzing? Well, fuzzing is just helping to reduce a little bit of the stickiness on the back of your transfer so that it'll easily lift up off the surface when we are done. So I am going to just go ahead and fuzz this once or twice, and then I'm going to go ahead and place this on my surface where I want it to go. Now I'm just eyeballing it here. You can certainly get pretty specific and detailed if you want, and get a ruler out, but I think that part of the charm of using our products is that things are not always super perfect. Now, the one thing that you do want to do is make sure that this is adhered pretty well to the screened areas to your board so that you don't have any air bubbles. So it's a big thing that you want to make sure that you pay attention to. Other than that, if you need to lift it up and move it around, you absolutely can do that. So I'm going to start with our white chalk paste, and we've had this chalk paste here for a while. And as I said before I started the live here, I did give it a little bit of a stir, added some water to it. So I think it's ready to go. And one of the great things about our chalk paste is that you really need very little paste. One of the things that I think is hardest for people when they first start using Chalk Couture is that they feel like they need to use a lot of paste, and you don't. So just dab a little bit of the end of your squeegee, and you'll see when you get the squeegee that it has a little angle to it. You just want to pull your chalk paste over the screen. Now, it's only the areas that are see-through that we need to get chalk on. The green is just the adhesive. So, of course, on the other side. So you just need to pull and put any extra back right in the jar. And make sure there's no lines. If you go off a little bit or you miss a spot, you can always come back and touch it up. And I'm just going to put my squeegee here in the water and rinse it off so we could use it for the next color. And then when I go to pull up my transfer, we just want to pull it from the side rather than the corner, and we're just going to peel it back gently and reveal the design. So already we've got the first part of our design working. Wasn't that easy? So easy already, right? So we're gonna just put that into the water bath, and if you have a water bath handy, as I do, as I've talked about, then all you need to do is lay it with the sticky side down into the water, and that will make sure that it doesn't stick on itself. I'm actually going to bring it over here, and I'm going to move my sign here for just a sec, because I just want to show you what I've done here with the water bath. We have these wonderful board erasers, and I love them for cleaning our transfers. So I just take that and wipe it right off, and we are all set with getting this to just come out of the water bath and letting it dry. So let it air dry for a little bit, and then it's all set to reuse again. If you're not going to use it right away, then of course just go ahead and just put it on the backer sheet, and you'll be ready to go. So we're going to move this back here. I'm running out of real estate. Let me just put this back and get it out of the way. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to clean up those transfers with water. And before we end, we'll come back there and make sure that it's dry, and we'll put it back on the backer sheet, and I'll show you a trick about how to do that. So the next pieces that we have here are our flowers, and we're going to add those next. And again, we want to fuzz these. So we're just going to take our cloth and lay them out on the cloth to fuzz them a bit. I'm going to get my multi-tool here handy so we can use it in a minute. And while we're waiting for this part to dry, let's chat about colors. Colors. Now, one thing that I do want to say, I think we're done with this white, so I'm just going to go ahead and give that, cover it up. So might as well put it away so that we can use it again when we're ready. Oh, that was my dog who came to visit and just knocked something down. All right, put that away. So, step one is done. That was easy, right? Now this will take a couple of minutes here to dry. If you want to hurry it along, you can use a multi-tool like this, or sorry, not a little heat gun like this. And that will start to get it all going. Now, none of our flowers are actually going to overlap the words, so we don't have too much of a worry. But if you want to give it just another second or two, we give it a little touch. Feels dry, so we're ready to go. And we'll have to decide where we want to place these flowers. And then, of course, we want to choose our colors, the two important next steps, right? So I think that I would like to place these right here in this corner. And I'm going to go ahead and place all of these on so I can kind of figure out the placement where I want things to go. I could always move them around, but once they're on, I can use them. And then if I'm reusing some similar colors, I don't have to worry about opening and closing. Now, what's really great is these are see-through, so I can see exactly where my letters are, and I can see the screened areas that are going to get done. And I can decide, do I want to put this here? Yeah, maybe I do. How's that? So that's it. I've laid them all out where I want them to go. Now, as I said, the big question becomes, what are we going to do for colors? Now I have a couple of options out here. This is our grape soda. This is our peacock blue. And let's talk about colors here for flowers. And then this is our Couture coral. Love these bright colors. And then of course I've got our garden herb for our greenery. So what do you think? Should we go with all three colors of flowers and really make it spiffy? Or should I stick with one or two colors? What do you think? Give me a vote here before we decide to go forward. If you're watching and you think you have a thought about what colors you think would look the best, you let me know. All right. Quiet. Oh, Amy, thank you. All of them, huh? Okay. So what do you think? Should we start with, let's do the purple. How's that? Oh, Rita, all colors too. All right, awesome. I love it. I'm going to bring a few extra segments of our squeegee here. By the way, this squeegee is great. It's nice full size, but I sometimes like to work with the smaller ones, and I just cut my big squeegees into smaller pieces to work in some of these small areas. And then of course we do have this multi-tool that also works well. I think let's start with the purple, and let's get this big flower done first. Again, you don't need a whole lot. That's what's really awesome here. And we'll just work with one at a time. One transfer here. And put any excess back in. But I'm going to keep this handy. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up my transfer just to release. I got a couple things going on here, and I have no fingernails. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to release the color for just a second and then gently lay it back down. Why did I do that? Well, that will give me a little bit more time to work on these secondary colors without worrying about that part getting dry. So let's go with the coral here. And again, the multi-tool would work really well here as well. And I think I'm gonna go for the peacock in this corner. And maybe add a little peacock over here. And maybe a little coral on this guy. There we go. A little goes a long way. You see, I just went over that. No worries though. We'll take care of that after the fact. So same thing, I'm going to just pull this up and release those. Not remove it all the way, but just to get those, and then lay it back down and go over and do these greens. And I don't think I need my multi-tool. I think this guy will work just fine. I don't think he's so detailed that it's going to be a problem. All right, so what do you think? Grape soda for the smaller flowers. Yeah, oh, I do like that coral too. You're right. There are so many great options here, Cindy. It's hard to decide which ones to do first. But the great thing, as we know, is that we could always change it up. we can erase it and start again if we needed to. Oh, see, I pulled a little blue in there by accident. And this is, I think, where it would be really nice to grab my multi-tool. So I am going to grab that here and get in this area. So I don't have to worry about pulling in any extra color from anywhere else. All right, I think we're ready to pull this up for real now and put it in our water bath. There you go. You can see that green, purple is already drying. So if I had not pulled it up, then we would definitely have had a little bit of drying right on the surface, and we don't want to do that. I'm just taking a little Q-tip here and cleaning this up. So that was that little space that I went over and that's it. Now, I also am saying that it looks like maybe I could have gone over this little part again and given it a little bit more coral. So maybe we'll try that in a second too. All right, I think we need some blue down here. I'm going to make these both blue, I think. And then we're going to go back to our green. Again, I'm going to use my multi-tool here. This multi-tool is wonderful. Gets in those little areas with a steady hand. One of my favorites to use for doing detail work like this. Almost like a paintbrush, it feels like. And we'll pull that up and release. Go ahead and put that in the water bath. And then we're here with our last one. And I think, do we need a little more purple? Some of that grape soda? I think maybe that might look pretty good. Let's give that a whirl here. And believe it or not, we're getting pretty close to the end of this project. It was that quick. I think we'll do a little coral here on this last little flower. There we go. Love this coral. And then we'll take our green and finish up the leaves on this guy. And if there's a little detail that we missed, we can always go back with that multi-tool if we need to. But I think we're in pretty good shape. Those can all go in the water bath as well, and we'll clean those right up. So we're going to pull this, and voila. Gorgeous. That is it. That's all it took. Remember, when you stick your things in the water bath, just go ahead and stick them sticky side down into the water, and that will make sure that all of your transfers don't stick to each other. When we're done with our pastes, we can just go ahead and close them up and reuse them again for another day. We'll let this dry and then add a beautiful bow here, and it will be all set to hang. Now, I still think we could probably use a little extra fixing on that part here. So I think we'll give that another minute to dry while we're cleaning up, and we'll do a little fix of that coral. So that means I want to leave this coral out, actually. I'm just going to put these away, make sure that they are all set and tight and ready to use again. Thanks, Cindy. I loved your picture so much. I really love those beautiful colors that come with the kit. What was your favorite, Cindy, of the ones that came in the kit? Was there one that you really liked? That mint condition. Oh, the chartreuse. Oh, the turquoise. Oh, turquoise is definitely one of my favorite colors that Couture offers generally. We have a Couture teal out right now, but we do not have that gorgeous turquoise oasis that's in the singles that comes with the kit. So remember I said I was going to give you a little trick about putting your transfers back on your sheet. So let me just move some stuff out of the way so that you can see it. So backer sheet, I did not write on the back, but there is a glossy side and then there's kind of more of a matte side. So you want to make sure that you put your transfer on the sticky side. And once it has dried, and this one is dry, we've been letting it sit here. If you put your transfer down with the sticky side up, you can actually place your backer sheet on it more easily that way. That way it is all set to reuse again. All right, so let's give that one piece a little rinse. We're going to just grab our little eraser here to clean it up. And I'm going to give you a tip on how we can reuse this pretty quickly. That's all it took. You know what? Well, while we're here, we might as well go ahead and clean up the others. And it's really just the front side that we need to clean. But if you need to give the back, maybe you got a little extra stickiness on it somewhere, go ahead, clean those up. So cleanup is really fast and easy as well, which is great. And if you want to reuse one that you've just washed, like we're going to here, then all you need to do is take this cloth, and the only thing you have to worry about is cleaning off the front. So if we just wipe it dry, then it is going to be ready to go back over this area that we want to punch up a little and give it a little bit of fix. So it was just this little piece that I felt like maybe needed a little extra fixing. I could probably even fix a little bit of that green, but let's focus just on this guy. So all we need to do is take our transfer again and lay it right back over in the same spot it was. And because it is see-through, you can line it right up. And it's really the pink flower that we're worried about, so that's the only one I really need to be concerned about at the moment. And I can either take my multi-tool or a small squeegee segment here and just go over that area that didn't seem like it got quite enough. It's also kind of a rusticy flower as I'm looking at the screen, so in part it might be just that it was a little bit more of a faded flower look, but I think this will help punch it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go, much better. And that's it. That's how you fix a little mistake without having to redo the whole transfer. So that's it. We're going to let that dry. I just gave that a little wash with the rest. We're going to put these guys away and they'll be ready to use again. So that was it. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed checking out this new transfer, You Are Enough. And what's great is we only did it in a few areas, but you could fill this whole section up with flowers and it would look beautiful, I'll bet. So I hope you had fun. If you are interested in ordering this kit, it is only available for a limited time. I had a little scare this morning when I got ready to set up this live. I went on the site to check on availability and it said it was out of stock, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's already gone. But lo and behold, it is not gone. We still have some available, but they are limited to stock on hand. They're special kits. Once they're gone, they're gone. So it's $34.99 plus shipping. And if you join my VIP group, I have a special offer for you that will help offset the cost of that shipping. So definitely check it out. Oh, Rita, so excited. I'm so excited. This is such a fun project. If you're local, and I know Rita, of course, you are local to me, and you want to do this project together, I am offering a class in January. So you buy the kits and you just bring them to me. There's no charge for the class. We'll just be able to do them together. So if you are interested in that, definitely check that out. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, my Facebook page, so that you can be notified when I go live again. January is coming, and although I have some travel scheduled for my other job and for Chalk Couture Convention, which I am very excited about, in the beginning of the month, I am going to try to go live at least weekly, if not twice a week, with some great new projects. In February, a little sneak peek, we are releasing a brand new catalog with, I hear, 128 new transfers, 22 surfaces. There are lots and lots of exciting things coming in this spring. So be excited with me. Join me if you're interested in learning more about what it is that I do, and think that this looks like fun and you want to talk about becoming a designer. Just feel free to go ahead and put a note in the chat box or contact me directly. I'm happy to help. I have loved this business opportunity so far, and it's a great opportunity to be creative and help other people to be creative too. So thanks so much for joining me tonight. Hope you had a fabulous holiday, a wonderful new year, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.